Okay, so we're going to review multiple step equations. All right, so first thing you got to remember is we're only dealing with addition. We're dealing with subtraction, right? We're dealing with multiplication. And division. That's the only things we are really dealing with right now. Okay, is those four. So if I give you addition, what's the opposite of addition? Subtraction, perfect. If you see subtraction, what's the opposite of subtraction? Addition, right? Multiplication is going to be division. And then, of course, you're going to have multiplication. All right. So this is given, and this is the opposite. Sometimes just to recognize what I'm given and then work towards the opposite, that's probably the best thing we can work with, okay? All right. Now, we've also been using something called combining like terms. You guys need me to wait for a second? Okay, let me pause it. So our next term was combining like terms, which was we take everything that's the same. So everything how about, oh, you spelled that correct. Everything that is the same, we either add or subtract. Because when we're combining like terms, the options we're doing is either addition or subtraction. Okay? So that's kind of the neat part. So when I say combining like terms, all we're going to be doing is going to be adding or subtracting. We're going to be careful. What do you think we're going to be careful of, you guys? How about we be careful of negatives? Okay? You gotta be really cautious with those so we don't screw them up. Okay? And that's really all we've been doing, guys. We've been adding and subtracting, some multiplying, dividing, and putting things together. Okay? So we're gonna pause. Example number 1. So we're going to be given, let's see here, let's go 3x plus 4x minus 9 equals 20. I apologize. That won't work. You gotta need to make it 40. That'd be horrible. Okay, so combine like terms. So there's a couple ways we can do this, all right? One of the easiest ways that when I was taught was you're gonna come in here and you're just gonna circle all your x's, okay? You just look at them. And then I'm gonna know that that's a positive 3x and that's a positive 4x. So what's 3 plus 4? 7. So we're just going to put 7x minus 9 is equal to 40. Okay, now I need to get x by itself. How do I get that 9 over? What kind of 9 do we have, Julio? Negative 9. So then how do I get that negative 9 over to the other side? Make it a positive. Perfect. So we go plus 9 plus 9. Okay, so the 7x is brought down. 40 plus 9 is 49. Okay, so this goes back to what we were doing yesterday was the test. So Tuesday, what do we see? What kind of operation do I have? What operation am I given? Well, I need to divide because I'm given multiplication. So x is equal to 7. Okay? All right. So here is our second example. We have 4a minus 8a plus 10 plus 2 is equal to 32. So I got to do a little combining like terms. All right. So I notice that I have an a here and an a here. And on this side as well, I have a 10 and a 2, right? So notice that I got colors and shapes, right? All right. So what's 4a minus 8a? Pardon? What kind of 4a? Negative 4a. Okay. Then I have 10 plus 2, 12. And then did I do anything with the 32 yet? Nope. So I'm just going to write that down there. All right. Now, give you a second. So what we've decided to do is we're going to subtract the 12 because we're adding it. So we're going to do the opposite. So I didn't do anything with my 4a. I'm just going to go 4a equals, well, what's 32 minus 12? 20. Good job. All right. And then what kind of operation is negative 4a? Okay, we got to divide. Perfect. We got to divide. Division. Okay. So a is equal to, what's 20 or I just about screwed up there. What's 20 divided by negative 4? Should be negative 5. Should be negative 5. 20 divided by 4. Okay. So here's our third example. It is 3p minus 9p minus 4p equals negative 150. Okay. So if I go through this and I just circle all the ones that have the p in it, what am I circling, guys? Yep, we're circling all of them. Okay. So we're going to go with our calculator. We just go 3 minus 9, which would be negative 6, right? Negative 6 minus 4 would be negative 10p. You guys can check me on that real quick. Negative 10p is equal to negative 150. So at this point, guys, what are we going to do? We're going to divide. What are we dividing? What kind of 10? Negative, but yeah, just, if you use minus, make sure you understand that we're just taking the opposite. So we should have gotten p is equal to 15. Excellent. Okay, so then our next example, we're going to do about 2 more of these, okay, guys? We're going to have 5/7 m minus 2 minus 6/7 m is equal to negative 13. Okay, so I want you to circle everything that's the same that you can combine. Okay, so what we decided in class is we circled these two here. We know that 5/7 minus 6/7 is negative 1/7 m, and then we just brought down the negative 2, and it equals negative 13. Our next step is we're going to discuss what we should do next. Okay, so we decided that we're going to add 2, which was correct. And so then we've got negative 1/7 m. We just brought that down. Negative 13 plus 2 gives us negative 11. What we're going to do next. So we decided we're going to multiply by negative 7 to both sides. So we're just left with m. negative 11 times a negative 7 is a positive 77. Okay, so what we've got here is a right angle. We know it's a right angle because we've got the little box here, all right? We're going to name something called complementary, there should be an L there, angles. Complementary angles are two or more angles that add up to 90 degrees, okay? So if we look down here, we have x plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 90 degrees. So these two angles are complementary because they add to 90 degrees. So then we're just going to go real quick what we did up above. We circle our two x's. What's 1x plus 3x? 4x, perfect. And then what do I do with that 10 there? Add it, perfect. So then we're going to get 4x is equal to 100. Then I'm going to divide by 4, and x is equal to 25. And so then what does this angle measure if x is equal to 25? What does x equal? 25. So guess what this angle equals? So this guy equals 25. And then if I put 25, what's 3 times 25? If you've got 3/4, 75, perfect. What's 75 minus 10? 65. There's our two angles. So we're doing a quick little review. What I was talking to our class about was that for any triangle, the sum of their interior angles, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. In a quadrilateral, we got angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. We notice that there are two triangles in there. So that means that we take 2 times 180, which gives us 360. So the sum of those four angles is 360. Okay?